Hello, welcome back to Journey with Rebecca. My name is Rebecca, and on today's journey, I'm sharing a list of products with you that I no longer buy from the grocery store and what I'm using instead. So I am on a now lifelong journey to become more self-sufficient, become more green, use less harmful chemical-laden products in my home for myself and my family. And it's a long journey. Like I said, it will be a lifelong journey. There's always something new that I'm learning about that suddenly you find out you've been using and it's bad for you. So this has been a very long transition and it's still ongoing. But I wanted to share some things that I've learned, and just a list of a couple things that I just won't buy from the store, what I'm using instead. Is this always convenient? No, but it does save money and it does save the environment and it is healthier and better for you and your family. So I will take a little bit more effort to do those things to make my environment in my home more healthy. So very first thing, top of the list, is laundry detergent. I no longer buy laundry detergent from the grocery store. I have shared a couple of recipes for homemade laundry detergent that I make, and I am currently using one right now that is my favorite, which is a liquid laundry detergent. I will share that recipe with you in the comments below. I won't ever go back. The harmful chemicals that are found in laundry detergents are just no good. And I actually did a whole video about a bunch of laundry detergents that were actually just banned in New York State. Unfortunately, that does not mean that they are not still on shelves right now, because they are, because these companies have, waivers and a couple of years where they can get their act together to try to get these harmful chemicals out of their products. So unfortunately, yes, you can still find them on stores, but they have been banned. And I'm hopeful that in the future, that means that we won't be able to find these products on store shelves because they're just not good for you. So very first, number one thing, laundry detergent, no looking back for me. The recipe I make lasts a really long time. It saves money. It's very inexpensive to make. And I just feel good knowing that I'm washing clothes in non-harmful chemicals. So going along with that, fabric softener. I happen to make my own fabric softener now as well. This is the container that I keep it in. I picked this container up from the thrift store. It cost me like $2. This is only 2 ingredients, and I have shared this video with you as well. It really can't get easier than this. But in addition to the fabric softener that I make as well, I also just bought dryer balls, and I use those. They stay right in the dryer. And I use those as well. These are organic wool. They're not bleached or no added colors or chemicals or anything like that. They're just so much better for you and for the environment than if you were to be using a dryer sheet, which obviously I'm not using those anymore either. If you're finding that you have a problem with static cling, one thing that I have found that actually surprisingly works is just rolling up some tin foil and throwing it into your dryer. That actually works and helps with static cling. All right, so number 3 on the list of things that I no longer buy from the store is Pam Cooking Spray, because who knew that, I didn't at least, how you get Pam just sprayed out of the aerosol can? Well, that's full of butane, which I obviously don't want to be spraying in my food. Now, there is some controversy about whether or not this is actually harmful for you. I'm just going to err on the side of caution. So I know people will stand by their Pam Cooking Spray forever, but I have found solutions that work just as well, are better for you, there's no added ingredients or like soy ingredients or anything like that, that work just as well. So this is one of them. So this is an olive oil mister. I did have another product that I bought as well, and it was just real cute little oil container, and you could squeeze the top of it and it would fill up with oil, and then you could either drip it on and brush it, or you could just brush it. I broke it. So I need to get a new one of those because that was actually my favorite. This one does work as well. I think It doesn't work well all of the time, but it works well enough as an actual mister, so it does come out like a cooking spray. So this is what I use instead of buying that. So I'm also saving the environment with that as well, right? Because this I can just wash. I'm not having to buy a new can and then throw that can away because it's not recyclable every time I need a new can of cooking spray. And if I'm buying a bottle of olive oil, I at least can recycle that bottle of olive oil. So who knew Pam Cooking Spray had harmful chemical ingredients in them that weren't good for you? I didn't. So, but now that I know, this is just a quick, easy thing that you can make an easy switch and use instead. All right, number 4 on the list of things that I no longer buy from the store, this one hurt, and it's Coffee Mate Coffee Creamer. The ingredients in Coffee Mate Coffee Creamer are not good for you. And I was in denial for a very long time. I didn't want to listen to the fact that it wasn't good for you. And then I did a video about foods that are banned in other countries and not in the United States. And Coffee Mate Coffee Creamer is on that list. So finally I sucked it up and I said, okay, I won't buy it anymore. So I don't. Now I'm just using half and half as my coffee creamer. It took some getting used to. No, I don't find coffee as enjoyable as I once did, taste-wise. But knowing that I'm not putting all of these chemicals and just bad things for me into my body on a daily basis, because I drink coffee every day, that is really great. Knowing that it's not something that is allowed to even be sold in another country, it's like, okay, it really is eye-opening to think about something like that. So that's another thing I just don't use anymore. I did have it as a treat the other day, but it's not something I will go out of my way to have just because it's not good for you. Okay, the next product that I no longer use are makeup remover wipes. I did a video last summer talking about self-sufficiency and things like that, talking about how, saving the environment and things like that. And one of the things I said was that I was going to stop using makeup remover wipes and like face cloth wipes. And so I did. I stopped using them. What do I use now? A washcloth. It works just as well, or I just use my hands, I splash some water and some soap on my face and call it a day. I'm no longer buying those wipes that are just going to end up in a landfill somewhere. So I feel really good about that. And a washcloth just gets thrown into the washing machine. So there is no waste there. I am sharing one final bonus product that I actually just found from the grocery store, which is my new favorite thing, as opposed to using other things, and that is this True Lemon lemonade, strawberry lemonade. Typically I would buy, the little packets that you would just add water to. Well, they have things like red dye and the yellow dye in them that are just harmful for you, again, on that list of things that are banned in other countries and not in the United States. Those dyes are added to our foods just for looks, and for me personally, I don't need to have a dye in my food just for looks, especially if it's not good for you. So I found these lemonade packets. Actually, I grabbed some when we went on our cruise because I thought if we wanted, if we were sick of just drinking water, we could add this to flavor our water. And so the thing I like best about these is that it does not have those red dyes or yellow dyes in them. So the lemonade is actually colored with turmeric for color, which turmeric is actually very good for your heart. And then the strawberry lemonade is colored with beetroot powder, also very good for you, which I love that they're not adding any, unnatural chemicals to them. Could I buy or could I make my own lemonade? Yes. Is it practical all the time? No. So this is one of the things that I will go out of my way to purchase because it's not always convenient to make lemonade every time I want a lemonade, especially during the summer months. So that's it. 5 things that I don't buy from the grocery store anymore and what I use instead. I'm saving money. I'm saving the environment. I'm saving the health of my family. There's no, none of those harsh chemicals that I'm bringing home anymore and using, or things that are just being wasteful to the environment. There is a list that is a lot longer than this, and I plan on sharing more, but I wanted to keep this video short and sweet. Things that you can do as well, just to make small changes in your environment that will help save you money in the long run. So I hope that you found value in this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you all soon.